With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The Saints sideline, head coach Kellen Moore. These guys with 2 straight home losses to start the year, hoping to have better luck on the road here in week 3. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finishing a top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brian Brzee breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. 20! And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. For CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
Late groupie now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
39-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Walker with a grab, left side. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Darnold from the gun. This is Fant on the short completion. 3rd down and 1.
Noah Fant. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Play action. It's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, Rattler. This one taken in by Olave. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And just like that, it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, Matthew Hayball out to punt for New Orleans. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Now Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Here is 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Back to throw, Darnold. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Rattler off the bootleg. They'll get this out to Kamara. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Rattler working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he's able to get it out of there. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. A play fake, and it's Darnold. That'll be caught by Cobb. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Darnold keeps it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. This is Fant on the short completion. 2nd and 10.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Off of play action, Darnold. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21.
16 yards.
A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Incomplete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Darnold.
8 yards to go.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
So here are the Saints to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Looking to put a drive together. Now Rattler. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
7 yards.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. To the air is Rattler. There again is Cooks, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
16 yards. And the Saints first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, New Orleans.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 38.
38-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Rattler wants to throw it. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Saints.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun, here's Rattler. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Throwing is Rattler. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The tackle by Leonard Williams. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Saints, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
They run it again with Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Saints first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
He's going to keep this again. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. So that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They run. It's Kamara. And this time he is in. Alvin Kamara, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
The point after, good by Groupie. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Shoves him aside. And able to get this out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And it makes the score 21-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Powering his way forward. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there, looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down,
They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Second and 11 at the 36.
Here's Rattler. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop her with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 8. Slant pass complete to Olave. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll drop the throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, and that is incomplete. Here's Blake Grupe now for the Saints field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
By Boye Mafe. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's taken to the 26. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Here's Walker to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Back to throw, Darnold. Going up top for Cup. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now an option play on second down. Down the right sideline. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 36-yard line.
43 yards. And the Saints, first down.
They'll run out of the gun. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Seahawks have recovered. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Brings up third down.
From the shotgun, Rattler. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the third quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
And out now come the Seahawks. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
It's 4th down.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler getting ready for this next possession. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now 3rd down and very long. Back to throw here. Olave over the middle. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now it's Darnold. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold. This is the tight end Fant. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 at the 6.
Here's Darnold. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. Throwing again is Darnold. Completes it to Fant on the right side. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brings up 2nd and 5. at the Saints 15.
To throw again on second down. Darnold setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A gain of 6. That's another Seahawks.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Seahawks 7.
A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. They juked him. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rattler wants to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now Rattler. Cooks on the quick slam. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get this one to Cup complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the
out of the shotgun. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
That's another Seahawks first down.
Faking the give, Darnold. Noah Fed with a catch on the crossing route. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Seahawks first down.
Walker is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point open through by Myers. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there.
Recovered by the offense.
And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still second down.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 1.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3-and-out.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Darnold, a sneak. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Olave motioning to the left. Here's Rattler. Gets this complete to Shaheed. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Rattler. Olave holds it in. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Rookie for the Saints field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now Darnold and the Seahawks down by 16. A little under 2.5 to go. They're down to 1 timeout plus the 2-minute warning, so speed will certainly be of the essence. Down 2 scores late. Darnold. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And fights through 1 man. And he'll get it near the 40 to the 39.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he's got this down to the 35. This is 1st and 10.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
Now Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Darnold going to slide to the ground here, but not before he does pick up the 1st down.
A gain of 25 more yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st down.
Darnold. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Here now, 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And the pressure gets to him again. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Brings up 4th and goal.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The D can only stop it 1 more time as they take the knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Saints, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.